So Ubisoft have just recently dropped a statement apologising to all their Japanese fans. Yeah, I wonder why they've done that. But they've not really said why they're apologising, they just are. I wonder what they could be apologising for. Hello, my name is Kagzi, and if you are new to the channel, then welcome. I'm a little channel, I'm still trying to get off my feet, so if you want to help me do that, please leave a like and a comment on this video, and subscribe and hit that notification bell for more content. Yes, so Ubisoft dropped a little statement, a 4-page statement, which we're going to go through, basically detailing their apology-ish, because a lot of the Japanese market are pissed when it comes to the new Assassin's Creed. Because, well, it's obvious why they're pissed off, because the inclusion of Yasuke. So Yasuke is a African-American man. He is shrouded in mystery. There's a lot of contention of whether he actually was a samurai or not. A lot of problems with that. And a lot of the Japanese market aren't happy because they see it for what it is. It's DEI. The inclusion of Yasuke in a game where they could have put any other Japanese samurai from history, and they chose Yasuke. And a lot of Japanese fans, not just around the world, are very unhappy with that. So Ubisoft put out this statement, and I'm going to go read this now. We're going to go bit by bit because this thing could be ripped apart. Left, right, center, this thing could be ripped apart. So I'm just going to load this up. Okay, so it's 4 pages, so it's quite lengthy. So it starts off. To our esteemed Japanese community, a message from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. First, we want to express our heartfelt thanks for all your support for the Assassin's Creed series, which now has its own history spanning over 20 years. Over this time, we've explored various settings, time periods, and characters from an Assassins during the Third Crusade to the Viking in the 9th century England and countless more. Yeah, that's basically trying to set you up. Like, we've been so good. Everyone's so amazing. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Let's just put ourselves on a fucking pedestal before we go any further. That's what that is. It's like getting your dick around and wiping it round. Woohoo, look at us, we're so good. For many of our team, this is them, not me, creating an Assassin's Creed game set in feudal Japan has been a long cherished dream, okay? Since the announcement of Assassin's Creed Shadows, we've received many positive reactions, but also some criticism, including from you, our Japanese players. Now that is really, I don't like that. We've received many positive reactions, but some criticism? No. Flip that around. Some criticism makes it sound like hardly any. No. You got a lot of negative criticism over this. Because of the inclusion of Yasuke. And it sounds horrific, but that's what it is. The inclusion of Yasuke. And it's like you are taking the absolute piss. Because that's what the criticism is over. And to say it's some, it's like, oh, it's just a few people. No, it's a lot. It's misrepresentation there, and it's ridiculous, and I don't like that. It is silly. We share your passion for history and deeply respect your care for the historical and cultural integrity of your rich heritage. Do you? Clearly you don't, because when it came to this game, a lot of people pointed out that it uses Chinese architecture and Yasuke. So, yeah, you're shooting yourself in the foot there. Fucking ridiculous. We'd like to address a few points to clarify our intentions and creative decisions. So this should be interesting. Hang on, you need the next one. Next one. Overall authenticity efforts. We have put significant effort into ensuring an immersive and respectful representation of feudal Japan. Well, you kind of did, but you got some bits wrong. However, our intention has never been to present any of the Assassin's Creed games, including Assassin's Creed Shadows, as factual representation of history or of historical characters. Instead, we aim to spark curiosity and encourage players to explore and learn more about the historical settings we get inspired by. Well, yeah, people did. People did. Yes, they did. They learned who Yasuke is, and they went, you're completely speaking out of your arse. So you basically encourage them to find out that you're chatting absolute bollocks. Assassin's Creed Shadows is first and foremost designed to be an entertaining video game that tells a compelling and historical fiction set in feudal Japan. Well, what do you want? Do you want a respectful and immersive representation, or do you want a compelling fictional story? You can't you're trying to have both. You can't say it's both. A respectful representation, then we're going to shit all over it with a historical fiction. You You can have it, it's set in Japan, just say it's set in Japan, historical fiction, but you can't say it's respect for representation. You gotta make it right. You can't seek both sides out your mouth, because that's what you're doing. Our team extensively collaborated with external consultants, historians, researchers, and internal teams at Ubisoft Japan to inform our creative choices. Okay, who did you collaborate with? Who are your collaboration? It'd be interesting if you actually drop them. Not that we're gonna... I'm not encouraging anyone go target them. Not at all. That's not what you should do. That's abhorrent. But it'd be interesting for us, the viewer, to actually see where you got these external consultants from. Who are these historians? Who are these researchers? Can we vet them? Can we actually say, no, some of these viewpoints they share are absolutely incorrect. The research that they're peddling is absolutely incorrect. But no, you're not going to tell us that, are you? You're going to keep that one little hidden. Cheers. Despite these sustained efforts, we acknowledge that some elements in our promotional materials have caused concern within the Japanese community, and for this we sincerely apologise. Okay, you've not said what in your promotional materials? Just be honest and say, because there is a black man on the front. And this is the thing where I've been finding. If you raise this issue, you're instantly shouted to become, you're a racist, you can't do this, and you're shamed to not being able to voice your opinion. And I'll make this very clear, I have no problem with the race of a character in general, but when you're making a game around feudal Japan, it should be a Japanese person. You know what, let's make it Assassin's Creed set in African times, as, I don't know, before there was a lot of colonialism and all that. And we'll change a black protagonist who is very important to maybe some movements or to historical matters. We're going to change that to a white man. Imagine how pissed you'd be. Like, imagine how people from the African community may be pissed off. So that's our history, that's our culture. And damn right, they should be pissed off. We're just going to whitewash it. Ridiculous. Ugh. And also to not say what you're actually apologising for is ridiculous. It's like the apology from South Park going, I'm sorry, we're sorry, rubbing his nipples. All game footage presented so far is in development, and the game will keep evolving until launch. What are you going to do? Replace Yasuke? It's ridiculous, that's the issue. Based on the constructive criticism we have received, we will continue our efforts until we put this game into your hands and beyond. Well, you're not going to be able to. We also want to clarify that while we have been consulting with many people throughout the development process, they are in no way responsible for the decisions that are taken by the creative teams in the interest of gameplay and entertainment. So basically, hang on, read the last bit. Consequently, we respectfully request that our criticism not be directed at any collaborators, both internal and external. So basically what you're saying is we're not going to release who they are, so you can't question them, and that's it. So we're the ones who actually ended up making the decision. We're the ones who decided the final thing. We just got people telling us stuff, and then we made the decision. Bullshit. There would have been some pressure. And you saw that DEI checklist and went, right, here we go. We've got that money. We've got that investor money. We need to put that initiative in. That's what it is. They can't say that, though, because they've got the balls, and they know they're in trouble if they do. Final thing. Creative liberties and historical inspirations. While we strive for authenticity in everything that we do, Assassin's Creed games are works of fiction inspired by real historical events and figures. Well, hang on, you can't have it both ways. You're speaking out of both sides out your arse there. Your mouth and your arse are saying different things. From its inception, the series has taken creative license and incorporated fantasy elements to craft engaging and immersive experiences. Fine, I'm all for that, but you then can't say it's authenticity. It's authentic. The representation of Yasuke in our game is an illustration of this. His unique and mysterious life made him an ideal candidate to tell an Assassin's Creed story with the setting of feudal Japan as a backdrop. Oh, his unique and mysterious life is an ideal candidate. No, we know why he's an ideal candidate. And also the problem is now you're saying his unique and mysterious life. Earlier on, you were saying he was a samurai. You flat down said he's a samurai, which a lot of people had a lot of problems with because he wasn't. A lot of people in Japan have a lot of contention that he was not a samurai, but you straight away went, he is, and now you're backpedaling. Ridiculous. While Yasuke is depicted as a samurai in Assassin's Creed Shadows, we acknowledge this is a matter of debate and discussion. Now you do. You didn't before. That's what pissed people off. We have woven this character carefully into our narrative. Carefully? He's front and center. With our other lead character, the Japanese shinobi Noe, who is equally important to the game, and our dual protagonists provide players with different game styles. There's not an issue with her. Not an issue with her. We greatly value your feedback and encourage you to continue sharing your thoughts respectfully. Ha! While we understand that meeting everyone's expectations is very difficult, we sincerely hope that when Assassin's Creed Shadows launches on November 15th, players in Japan and around the world appreciate the dedication, effort, and the passion we have poured into it. Yeah, so basically, we're going to try and change things. We're not going to change a thing. Please buy our game. Please buy our game, Japanese players, because we don't want this to flop. And the annoying thing is, it could be a really good game. It could be a great game. But you've just fucked around with it so much that people aren't going to be supporting this and people are going to be pissed off. Maybe the signs are turning for DEI, because it does look like it is, with games that do have that element in, Flintlock being one, have absolutely bombed, and we'll talk about that in a later video. Developers need to listen to their fans, they truly listen to their fans, because it's not some, it's most are pissed off about what this is. And the fact that you're now backpedaling on the actual historical history, you know what I mean, the historical themes that are about Yasuke, shows that, oh, hang on, we might have got this wrong. The problem is that you went all full hog and said he was a samurai. Had you from the start said he's a character shrouded in mystery, this might be quite interesting. The hatred might not have been there, the flames might not have been so big, but you went all in. And the thing is, you've got Ghost of Tsushima, which was done by a Western studio, and that's pretty much loved by the Japanese community, even though it's made by a Western studio. Yes, they took some elements, but you're always going to take some elements and make your own story version, that fantasy element. But it's a bit silly. Like, with the whole Yasuke thing, make it DLC. I have no qualms with the DLC, but to make it the main game, because we might not go back to Japan for the next Assassin's Creed, and it's like, oh, there's your version of it. There you go, Japan, there's your version of Assassin's Creed. We're now off to Africa, we're now off to China next. But Japan, no, there's your game. I don't know what people are doing these days. Not a clue. Either way, that's my little rant about it. I've been Kagsy. As I said, please give this video a like. Let me know what you think. Am I actually hitting the mark, or am I completely wrong with this stuff? Until then, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.